Greetings, brothers, sisters, friends, and foes. It's Bill from Agape on the Streets. We're going to take a little ride into, actually we're going to start off going to Blythe today. I've got to take care of some stuff there. And one of the things I need to do is go talk to an insurance agent. And we'll see how things are going. I understand there's an incredibly insane accident on the way back on the freeway, and it's just a parking lot. So we're going to kind of go out there the back way, and then into Parker the back way. So we're going to ride around the Colorado River on the California side and then cross over into Parker over the tribal lands out there. So I'm going to take you along with, and hope you enjoy the ride. So I am leaving Blythe today. I had just got done over at the insurance agent. Very nice lady, but realizing the dilemma here, she said she's working with several people now that has recently come to her with RVs and stuff in the same situation where, because size and weight, you know, being an F450, F550, these are classified now as commercial when you register them in Arizona. But we're using them for personal use because they're either pulling an RV or they are an RV, and if it's classified commercial, they want to insure it commercial, so they ask a bunch of questions about your business. What are you hauling, where you haul it to, everything else, and then you have other insurances for that they want to see, and we don't have any of that. We use it once in a while just to, you know, move the trailer or to, you know, relocate our RV. So this is quite a dilemma right now. It's a little thing coming up with the insurance. All the, they call them schoolies, the guys that have the converted school buses, they're running into this. And, you know, because they want to register that as a passenger bus, but it's no longer a passenger bus, it's an RV. So she's working on it. They got my information. She's got to call me back. She sounded pretty definite that she's going to find a solution. She says she always does. So I says, well, you sound like a good, hard-working person. I'm going to trust you on that. So there's a huge accident right now on the 40. It's literally a parking lot heading back to Quartzsite. I saw the accident on the way here. I took another way to Blythe, and very bad accident. A couple semis that are literally in pieces. They're using cranes to lift pieces off the freeway. That's going to be there a while. So I am taking the back way out of the back of Blythe into Parker, Arizona. I have to go to a Walmart, and I've got a bunch of prescriptions that came in. I've been putting it off, and I finally have to go get those because they're calling me. So heading over there right now. Going to keep my eyes out on the way over there if there's another little insurance agent. This lady sounds really good. I'm going to go with her if she comes up with something, but I'm also, if I see somebody else, I'm going to get them working on it as well. I can't get stuck with this, and time is of the essence right now. I've got a couple days, and they're going to pull this license. They don't give you a whole long time to figure this out, and I was real busy getting out here, and then I put a couple weeks into filling out forms on the internet and stuff, and you know, you wait a day, they say they got you, they'll get you with a quote, and then they get back to you and tell you, nope, can't help you, give you a bunch of hurdles you got to jump. So I'm praying this is going to work out, because we got to figure something out. You know, my next thing is going to be just covering this, because I know this is not going to be inexpensive insurance. Unfortunately, this is another way they're coming at us, and you know, we're trying not to just be laying in the streets around the city. So we're out, you know, living this other lifestyle, and they're making it impossible. They're literally taking people's rigs away from them now, with all kinds of bizarre laws they're coming up with, that you can't full-time RV, you know, all kinds of stuff. So I keep this in prayer. This is going to turn into a big situation here in the United States, and it's an attack on our freedoms. It really is. You should be able to live how you want, but you know, even those of us, I don't particularly want to live this way, especially if you don't have a lot of choice, you certainly shouldn't be punished for it. And they're just trying to make it harder rather than helping us out and helping us get going. So keep that in prayer, because it's a serious situation right now. So I am on the California side of the Colorado River right now. Those hills over there are Arizona. And then over here we have California. Very beautiful. You know, with all the issues I've had with politics, you know, running a business and stuff in California, I gotta admit, it's one of the most beautiful states there is. It is a shame some of what's happened to California because of its beauty. It is just an amazing place. Amazing weather, amazing climate, you know, so many things to do. And then this governor has just come in there and just ruined it. And I'm just praying God turns a lot of that around, that it becomes a place that does not punish people anymore for trying to survive. Over there, that is actually Arizona. The river is down below a little cliff between us and that. You can't see it because, like I said, on our side it's just a cliff and it drops down. Isn't that beautiful? This is the little road that you gotta make sure you don't pass this. You take a right.
Continue on Agnes Wilson Road for 5 miles.
And I mean, it just kind of comes up. You're out in the middle of nowhere. And there's this little tiny bridge that gets you over the Colorado River. So I put my maps on just to remind me on this one because there's too many times I've just driven right past it. We're now heading into Arizona. We're going to be right on the Indian Reserve, right in where they have their tribal lands, and they've got a lot of farming in that area that we've got to go through. And then we'll be in Parker. And here we go. We are coming up on the little bridge. And there's what's left of the Colorado River when we get out this far.
Welcome to Arizona.
Welcome to Arizona. Here we are. Looks like they're growing hay mostly out here, which is strange because Blythe used to be almost all hay, and as I went through it just a little while ago, and looks like they've gone to cotton. They were in all their fields growing cotton, so things definitely change out here year to year. We've got a friend of the family out there, the Van Dykes. Used to be good friends with my grandfather when he had his big dairy in Orange County, California. And the Van Dykes were the other big dairy owner, and they moved their operation to Blythe. They were actually pushed there as everything else developed. And they went from dairying and farming to just basically growing crops. They were growing hay there for a while. Now it looks like they've got some cotton going out there. So very interesting. Yeah, and here we have the bale stacks. This is all Indian tribal lands. Colorado River Indians. Here we go, guys. Parker, Arizona. We are there. So I'm going to go over to Walmart, get my prescriptions, take care of a couple things there, see if there's any independent insurance agents here. And we'll go from there. I'll check back in with you on the way back to Quartzsite. Well, I just finished up at Walmart and got some really good information from an insurance agent here who, rather than trying to make money on me, just said, I'm going to be very, very honest. Here's the best way to go about dealing with your situation, which is going to help the kids and everything. You know, saying actually it shouldn't have to hide that you're living in your trailer full time, and there is a company out there that will give you a better deal for that. So we're going to do a little investigation into some of this information she gave me, because the insurance they are trying to sell is commercial insurance for a big 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight truck, and it's up over $4,000 a year. And that is something I can't do. I just can't do it. There's no way I can afford that. So we're going to see what we can deal with here, what we can come up with, and put it in God's hands, see what He does. Very interesting, this whole thing. It's kind of worn me out. I'm a little exhausted here, but got my meds, got some supplies. I think we're up on supplies. I've got the personal stuff. I did little shopping and stuff, and I got all the parts I need for some repairs I'm working on. When I went the other day to Yuma, we're going. We got the stuff. Now I got to get things going along here. Well, good Saturday morning. That was a very frustrating Friday, unfortunately, even after spending that first week on the phone, on the internet, working on car insurance. Then taking yesterday, as you rode along with me, and I visited 2 insurance agents where you can walk in. The first one who represented quite a few companies, and then the second one in Parker that was a Progressive agent. And I've still got nowhere really with this insurance. They were making some phone calls, and I got a call from one of them this morning, and they're just going, wow, you know, you might try calling Progressive directly, and you might try Good Sam's. So I'm gonna go out and get a little bite this morning, trying to take it easy and just calm down, because that really got me going. It's insane, because they sell you the license here in Arizona, and she knew the whole deal and put my personal name onto a commercial registration, and then they say you have to get insurance, and I find out you can't, pretty much. And now MVD's saying, well, if you don't, then we take your license back. So I got to go and spend money on it again. I go, no, that's a ripoff. You sold me something that doesn't work, basically. So very interesting, but I'm going to talk to some of these nomads today that have the big buses and stuff and see what they do. And on a little walk here this morning, going to go visit the Chinese restaurant. It opened yesterday. You guys can check that out, our favorite little spot. The season is just getting going here. And it's a nice, cool morning. Say it's a little under 70, maybe 67. A nice walk over to the Chinese restaurant. I was hoping to do the first visit with Star and Josie, but they had to do a mail run today to Lake Havasu. They had a lot of stuff that came in, and Josie has started his new job at the RV repair shop here and he's actually doing really good. Boss likes him a lot. Now he gets to learn outside the classroom, and that's the real stuff. So he's got to get, tools organized and everything else. But that job's going really well for him. I think that's going to bless him because he's going to get the real hands-on experience he needs now before he starts his own business. But yeah, just a beautiful morning. Just kind of had to lay everything at God's feet here this morning and start over. Things get really frustrating sometimes when literally, and this is something I'm not used to in my life. I've always hung around people that are kind of in the know, and you can talk to people and get a good idea what's going on. Now you can talk to, 5 people in the same industry and get 5 completely different definitions of how things are supposed to work. And it's just so much chaos. You go to the MVD, they tell you one thing. I go to insurance online, a couple places, all different. Call them on the phone, all different. And then what really gets me is you walk into the office, and I'm sitting right there. Here's all my information. Truck's parked outside. I got money right here. Let's do this. Well, and it's all different. Both the agents I went to yesterday had different things, and it's just ridiculous. I'm like, what is this? You cannot make any sense out of chaos. So as I'm trying to navigate this, and usually with each little experience you're learning something, but all I'm learning is it's chaos. And there really is only 2 more options. I walked into the Progressive dealer, and it was a commercial dealer, and well, she was actually very nice. She told me that, well, I could probably do this, but it's going to cost you a fortune. And she looked a few things up, and she says, we're talking just under like $5,000 a year for insurance. And that's because I'm going to put you down like you're a business because it's commercial, and they look at the size of your truck, and they think you're hauling, several tons of stuff all day back and forth. So that's what they're insuring you for. And I just need basic. I said, even state minimum. I just need to make this legal. So the little bit I do drive it, I can do it legally. And she recommended I call. She said, if you call in, we might get a little better. So that's all going to happen on Monday. I am taking this weekend, and I'm just going to relax. I'm going to go out to eat, have some fun, something I don't get to do very often, and we'll see how it all works. I do appreciate your prayers on this, that's for sure. Well, here we go, the Chinese restaurant. It's actually in that tin shed right there, that storage container, and all these little RVs, that's where the employees live. And they're just open here in the winter. They close down in the summer, so they just opened yesterday. And we're going to go in there and have a nice little early lunch. It looks like they're just getting opened up here. Hello. We're back for another great year. And this is kind of like in Catalina. We had a place called Mr. Ning's. And the owner and the workers were all very social and friendly, and you get a decent amount of food for a good price. And this is an amazing deal here, and everyone's very friendly. We remember each other from year to year. Most of these are warehouses where they sell rocks, different kinds of quartz and stuff. Most of them have not opened yet. It's still early in the year, and the few that are opening don't open till 1 or 2 until it gets busier. Well, the ladies are just starting to bring the food in over there, so I'm going to take a little walk and then head back there to eat. Give them time to get ready, because they got some good stuff simmering they're getting ready to put out. And just take a look at what's open, because a few more things have opened. since I last came over here. Yeah, it's slowly coming together here. Let's see what we've got. Well, we looked at this side and it looks like there's a little bit more open. We got Mean Maggie's Gourmet Grilled Cheese open. We got Jehovah's Witnesses out here today. But here's our big solar and RV parts place. They build quite an elaborate building, and they're starting to put that up right now. Still not that much here. Like I told you in my other videos, all those meters you see there on the post, each one of those is basically a shop, and they're going to go all the way back on all these rows. Canopy in the back, there's usually food trucks. So there's a lot of people on the way still. We're barely getting going here. Well, we've got several new buildings going up, but not a whole bunch is actually open since the last time I've been here. So once it's all going, I'll definitely get you guys a little video, because this is really fun. This is something that kind of a sight to be seen, and I do a lot of witnessing out here. Those Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't miss a beat. They're sitting there by the entrance almost every day, and you know, a lot of places I know say just sit there and they wait for you to come to them. But these guys are pretty aggressive. They got to know me pretty well. And some of them won't talk to me because I hit them up on the word. And there's some who, I guess they like to argue, because they just keep bringing up the same point over and over, and I give them the same answer, and they just don't seem to get it. And I shared with one the other day. He says, what you're saying makes no sense. Well, I guess that means you don't have the Holy Spirit. I don't know what else to tell you, buddy, because there's the scripture. It's easy to understand, and it makes sense to me. So, you know, sometimes we just have to pray for these people, because all the logic, all the debating skills in the world can't lead them to Jesus. Well, we've got Gringos. I don't know if they're open yet. That's our Mexican restaurant. Looks like the Metro Express is open. A little coffee shop type of thing. You can get boba, you can get kettle corn, different stuff. Then we got the cotton candy booth. We're slowly coming together here. You'll see some of these guys, and they'll put the locations right on there. So these guys stay here in Quartzsite in the wintertime, and then in the summer, they open up in Billings, Montana. And very similar. Some of you Catalina Island friends know how, you know, a lot of people from Catalina Island go to Palm Springs in the winter. So it's very similar out here. This place has a lot of similarities to Catalina Island as far as the way things operate. This is a really fun shop. So they got mystery boxes, all Amazon returns. Or you can dig through the big bins. And depending on what day, it's so much per item, usually like $10 an item. And you can find things in there that are, you know, $100, all kinds of different stuff. A lot of interesting things. Of course, there's our grocery store. I know I compare this to Catalina Island, to Avalon. I know stuff like this wouldn't happen there anymore because of all the Los Angeles bureaucracy that's gotten involved. Is one of the reasons I wanted to get out of there. I miss the place, I miss the people a lot, but there's not the freedom there used to be, and freedom is what we're here for. So just really good stuff in these places. Talking about freedom, there's Freedom Solar. I'll just let you do the reading. Yeah. Here's a new guy I didn't see here last year. Well, actually, it was 2 years ago because I went here last year. These guys make their ice cream right here. Or at least they tell you they do. And here is Beer Belly's Adult Daycare. And it's literally an outdoor bar. He's got a stage, they got bands that play here. And serve up a lot of beer. This is where they hang out. We got our firewood guy over there. Electric bikes. I'm gonna head to the restaurant now. But so just so you know, the little whip sign there, that is a joke. What they actually sell, we call them whips, and they are long fiberglass rods that you can put a flag on so you can see the ATVs coming, you know, stuff like that. They've also got what they call LED whips, and those have a bunch of colorful lights inside that flash on and off, again, kind of as an alert, a safety thing for an ATV. And that guy, he's got stuff like that all over the store. All the aisles say what's in there, and then there's some kind of, usually some twisted sexual joke about it. But that's Quartzsite. It's that kind of crowd. So that's why it's a great place to share the love of Christ. Because, you know, most of these people, they don't really mean any harm or nothing. They're not violent people. But they're searching. A lot of people searching out here. This is literally just a camp of people that are trying to fit in somewhere, and they ended up out here. And this is a temporary destination. There's nothing here in the summer. There's like a little Dollar General, a family dollar store, and that's it. You know, a couple fast food stores, and that's just for the people driving by on the freeway. So very, very small population that actually stays here in the summertime because it gets up around 120 degrees. So the people that come here are going somewhere else, and ultimately, you know, probably want to land somewhere a little more permanently. So it's a great place to share because people are searching. They're more open to talk. You know, they don't have their guard up, and a lot of times you go in the inner city and the first thing they want to do is call you names, and I've had some pretty crazy stuff happen. I've never had that happen here at Quartzsite. I've had people that, you know, oh, I had a bad experience with the religious thing, I don't want to talk about it, but that's about as far as it goes. But I'm going to get some Chinese food and then sit down and edit this video because I know it's getting a bit long. That's where they cook the food back there. Hello. And this is our restaurant. They have karaoke here in the evening sometimes. And it's already starting to get busy. I'm here really early, thank God, because it gets busy in here. Well, there you go. You get all that for just a little over $10. And Josie and I have been here where we'll finish that. We order it for both of us. We both eat on it, finish it. And she'll come out and bring us more until we're full. They're just really good people. This is one heck of a place. And like I said, starting about noon, 1 o'clock, it gets really busy in here. So we're here a little early so we can get a little video. But I thank you for joining me. I know this video is a little longer than usual. I hope you enjoyed it. God bless every one of you. Please keep me in prayer, especially Monday, as I deal with insurance for the truck. I'm dealing with some health stuff, trying to get that figured out. I have some work up at the church back up in Flagstaff, and I've got to figure that out. My storage in Flagstaff. There's quite a few things on the plate, and I'm looking for income. So definitely use your prayer. God bless every one of you. Bye-bye now.
A friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer.